Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. Last time we took on the ghostly galaxy and got all that stuff done, and now let's go ahead and do these side galaxies here like always. And then we'll also do the Hungry Luma galaxy as well, before we take on the boss. We should be able to get all this done in one episode, it doesn't take us too long. But Buoy Base Galaxy actually has 2 stars in it, doesn't just have 1. And one of the stars is very special, actually. So, we're gonna do the normal star first, and then we'll go and get the secret star. I usually get the secret star first, but the secret star here actually kicks you back out to the main area of the observatory. So, to get things done faster, it'll just be much easier to do this first. Alright, so what you want to do here, you want to get a homing torpedo here, or a homing bullet bill. Or, no, they're called torpedo bills for underwater. You want to take one of them and have him follow you behind, just hide behind this and have him hit that. Hitting that ball will cause this to happen. And I have a phone call, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, I was rudely interrupted there. But, it's just basically a call just saying from my mother, hey, I'll be home in a little bit. Why'd you have to call about that? That wasn't really important. Oh, well. But anyways, yeah. Once you hit that little ball on the bottom there, that will raise all the platforms here. And that will help you climb the top of this tower. Now, these little things right here, I think this is the only level they ever appear in this game. These are little sinking platforms on the water. They're pretty cool. I like them. I would like to see them around actually from in other levels because they add a little more strategy to it. Because you gotta actually wait a certain amount of time. Now you can go all the way around that way and such, but I have not done that in years and I'm not gonna change that. What I usually do, I usually try to backflip right up to here, wall jump it, and boom, sequence breaked. I want to activate that because that basically shows you can use that top enemy, push him in that hole there, and over there, and then you can jump up there. If you did not do what I just did there, pull that down, you can use this screw to get to the top of that as well. So it's some really good sequence breaking. And I just want to point that out there, but I have to do it the normal way now. So we want to go ahead and activate this blue switch and now make these platforms move. You actually have to do this, even if you want to like try to speed run through this or something. Kind of talking too fast now, I know, I'm sorry, but actually I don't know why I am. But you actually have to activate that platform just for 1 star bit. So I was trying to do this the other day without trying to activate these moving platforms, and I was sitting here for like a minute or two trying to figure out where this last star bit was. Until I finally said to myself, you know, it's probably underneath one of these spinning platforms. I go ahead and activate it, it's like, yep, sure enough, there it is, right underneath the first one. It's really annoying to see that, because you waste all that time just for something that's in a simple place like that. Alrighty then, let me get this life, just because I can. I do believe one of the star chips is like, okay, yeah, it should be up here. On this, one of the star chips should be up on that ledge. Okay, I apparently waited too long now, I can use these platforms properly. Okay, where is it? My goodness. Should have been right up there, right? I'm honestly forgetting where the last 2 star chips were. That's sad, because I just said, I think I found 4 and I couldn't find the 5th one. It was in an obvious place. Well, now the other... Oh, come on! That was stupid. That was stupid. Alright, we're back. My goodness, that was fail right there. That was utter failure. There we go, star chip number 4. So now all we need is number 5, and then we should be set. Wait. I think I know where 5 is. It's actually at the top, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to have to actually make our way now to the top of this and stay up there. Hooray! Alright, come on. No! You shouldn't have fell there, Mario. There we go. Now we're at the top. Yep, right up there. I saw it. I knew it was up there. I knew the final star chip was up above. Okay. Come on. Nope. That was stupid. That was stoop. And there we go. Don't try to jump off the side, Mario. Okay. finally. So we just have to bounce our way up here, and that will go ahead and give us all these pole stars, aka one pole star that we actually need to use. The other one we can completely ignore. Did I really just walk into that? Wow, I'm that stupid. Alright, but actually, this island's very, well, this planet, not island, but this place here is very, very reminiscent of a, let me try to think before I say this. This is actually more of a reference to something else in a Nintendo game. It actually resembles a Pokeball from the Pokemon series. It looks almost exactly like one, actually. So that's pretty cool. But with that, you just have to swim to the center to get yourself your star. But we also have to go back and get a secret star. You need to go ahead, and I do believe you have to use one of those torpedoes again to unlock one of the pipes to get you there. But we'll find out since we have to go right back in there. So I don't want to save my game, I just want to go back to Buoy Base. Alright, yeah, see? There's a question mark there, but it's a green question mark. That means this star is actually different, believe it or not. And we'll get into more about what this star is after we get it. But let me go ahead back into the level. Just skip the cutscenes and go swimming. Wow, that's convenient. Bounce on top of a penguin. Okay then. Alright, so we're going to want to take one of these. Come on, torpedo. Follow me over to here. Or completely miss. Okay, there we go. I got one. Wasn't locked on to me at all before. That's kind of weird. Alright, let me hide behind this little glass. And there you go. Once that's open, this pipe here actually start a vortex. So if you get near it, you'll get sucked in. That's the only real way you'll be able to get in here. That's why they did that. But over there is where we need to go. That has our star. I'm just going to long jump over there. Take one of these bullets with me. Get shocked apparently. And, okay, that works too. And there you go. We got ourselves a green star. Green stars are a little special. There's only a certain handful of green stars in this game. And if you collect them all, they'll unlock something special for you. I think there's like 4 green stars in this game in total. So we'll need to collect all 4 of those when we have the chance. Alright, there we go. Got star bits, blah blah blah. Alright, here we go. They're gonna explain it now. You rescued a green power star. These stars have special power. Ask the green Lumas about them. After all, they were transformed into green power stars someday. So, if you talk to the green Luma, I'm not gonna do it because I just want to go and do the Hungry Luma thing now. If you talk to that Luma, or one of the green Lumas down there, they'll tell you the purpose of the green stars. What the green stars will do, if you collect all of them, they will unlock the trial galaxies up above, which basically will give you some of your mini games you've been doing in here, like the bubble one and the manatee and such, and the ball. They will appear in the trial galaxies, and from there, then you can go ahead and well, from there, you just only have 1 star for each galaxy, luckily, and you complete all those, and you get close to your 100% basically. That's required only for 100%. You don't need to collect the green stars to beat the game. Okay, but this one's a giant eel outbreak. Basically, what we need to do, we need to kill all the giant eels down here using shells, and then that will give us our star. And the music here, the music, it's very, very calming, but I don't know why. I just don't really like it as much. Just doesn't fit this level to me. Alright, so let's go ahead and take out one of these eels already, shall we? So, aim, and fire. I just missed. What you want to do is you want to try to find one of these red shells here. They will work in the same way as they do in like the Mario Kart games, where if you get near one of these eels and throw the shell, it will home in on them. So, it makes your shots so much easier because then you don't really have to fully aim it and be like almost right next to the eel to actually hit them. Like that, for example. I was like basically locked on and I missed just because I wasn't like right next to him. With red shell, I could have had the same problem with the green shell there, but it homed in, so much more easier. And most of these treasure chests in here, I wouldn't open because they're pretty useless. They either have like enemies in there, or they might just have like a coin or something. So it's pretty useless, and it's not worth your time to actually open them all up. I think you can also use these bullet bills as well on the eels, but it's much harder to land a hit, so I wouldn't recommend it. But I'm not sure if that's the case or not, because I never tried it before, and I don't think I will. Alright, I want a red shell now. There's another one right next to this one. That's kind of funny. Why do you need 2 red shells next to each other? I'm gonna surface real quick to get some air. And where is that other eel? Come on, I was right next to him before, so I couldn't have gone too far. No, don't hit the ship. Okay, where's the eel? Where's the ear? Where's the ear? No, eel! There, he's dead. And there you go. Kill them all, get a star. Right back to the ship we knocked ourselves into before. How ironic. Alright. Oh, what? Fire! That was stupid. Alright, let me go ahead and get this now. Where are we compared to where that ship is? Okay, here it is. Okay, brakes. Thank you. I want to take the red shell with me. I want to take it with me. Oh, it disappears. Even though I was holding it clearly while collecting the star, it just disappeared. It's like, you want to keep red shell? Well, screw you. You can't keep gold shell. Why you keep red shell? Alright, there we go. So that's our Hungry Luma Galaxy all done. And now, 40 stars. Jeez, that's a lot of stars. And we're only on, like, episode 10. So this LP is making really good progress. It's actually turning out to be shorter than what I expected. But I'm trying to do like the galaxies mostly in one run in a video. Trying to get them all done in one video if I can. So that's probably why this is turning out to be the way it is. But I am making the videos longer than they need to be sometimes, I know. I think it's just a better system to do it like this anyways. Especially because I have these episodes like this where it breaks it up and it's a little shorter. Alright, now this is one of those things I mentioned would be in the trial galaxy. I forgot we didn't do it yet when I mentioned it, so spoilers, I spoiled this. This, through the poison swamp, this is the introduction of the bubble in this game. Doesn't work like the same way it does work in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, no. What the bubble is, basically it will let you hover around, like float around the surfaces using pointer control. And it's pretty hard to control, actually. It's pretty annoying. I don't really like the bubble thing as much. I'm glad I didn't bring this back in Mario Galaxy. But out of all the things they have, why they bring back the ball, I don't know. If you talked to that sign, he would have told you how to control this, but I don't want to waste our time with that. Basically, you point at the thing and you press A, and then you'll go ahead and move the bubble around. That's all it is to it. So I don't want to waste my time talking to a sign that just tells me that. And it's very tricky because the bubble will still keep on moving as you see, even though you are not blowing air on it. And whenever you're in these fans, it will push you around as well. So the bubble is really hard to control at times because you would move too far if you're not careful. Alright, there you go. That's all 5 star chips. Let me go ahead and get into that launch star now and go to the next little part of the planet. Alright, there we go. Okay, nope, I forgot. You have to ground pound to get out of the bubble. If you are above the surface, do that, that is. Because you have to touch the air stuff, and that's death. And don't try the backflip over there or something, because there's actually an invisible barrier there. The developers made sure you couldn't just jump over to where the star is. You actually have to do the bubble thing, unfortunately. Which makes me sad face. Alrighty then. Let me go ahead, get this coin. Hurry, 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 hurry. Aw, what? That ain't gonna pop my bubble. And that, all it was for star bits too, so I'm gonna just say, screw the star bits, because I have life. I don't even know. Screw the star bits, I have a life. That's not even a good thing right there. It's not even a good statement. Alright. Just be careful. Yes, you just saw by that death. If you are like cornered together with something, then that will be an instant death for you, basically, since the bubble will pop, and then you're completely screwed since you're above a pit, basically. This is all basically just like a pit. Oh, and be careful landmines, too, because you touch one landmine, you're done. Alright, right here is actually a checkpoint. So luckily, we don't have to worry about dying and have to do this all over again. But hit that switch and you'll go right through to a bunch of coins. That's all this is for, just a bunch of coins. We just have to touch that door there to open. And let me get the life, and I die. Every single time I go for that life, I kill myself in the process. It's honestly not worth it. I'm gonna just skip it this time. Alright, give me a bubble and let me get out of here. It's so much faster to not go the coin route, so I'm just gonna completely ignore that for now as well. Down there is like an alternate passage, but I don't know why you would take it. There's nothing really over there that's worthwhile. Now I'm gonna ground pound here because I don't want to deal with the stupid bubble physics trying to get the star. But there we go. We're done with that level, and we don't have to see the bubble until the trial galaxies now. We don't see the manta ray, the rolling ball, or the bubble, I believe, until we get to the trial galaxies. So that's really good to hear, since I don't really like those as much. Out of all three of them, I like the manatee the most because it's the one with some of the best controls in my opinion compared to the other two. And it's not as frustrating. It's actually just a race, and I like the race stuff. And in all honesty, out of the three things from this game that they brought back in Mario Galaxy, out of the three they could have chosen, that is, I think the ball shouldn't have been it, and the manta ray there, that should have been brought back instead. Because that was much more fun. It wasn't as frustrating, it was easier to control. It was just a lot better in my opinion. But anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and do this airship one. So we're already above all these, not above, we're on all the airships here from Bowser's fleet, basically. And I bet you guys can't guess what the boss is gonna be in. It's gonna be in a submarine. That's right. Alright, don't miss the... Thank you. If I missed that, I would have been so angry. Alright. Let me just go ahead and say, screw you enemies, and go in the cannon. Alright, aim and fire. Gotta be careful because you don't want to fire when those bullet bills are right next to you. And over there, they do give you a chance to go ahead and buy either a life or a red mushroom if needed. But I don't need that, so I'm just gonna skip over it. Because this boss, in all honesty, it's probably one of the easier bosses in the game, so you shouldn't really be taking a hit for the most part. It's actually very similar to how you get to one of the bosses in this game, so let me just shoot that to get rid of it. So yeah, that's kind of sad, if you think about it. Well, the boss here is basically a way to get to a boss, meaning it's that easy. That's pretty sad to see. Alright, give me that coin. Now I'm at full health for 1 coin. But here he is, Bowser Jr. himself, and on one of his airships here. You just don't give up. Fine then, I guess I'll just whip you myself. You want this Grand Star so bad, huh? You're gonna have to take it from me. So basically, all you need to do here is just throw shells at a ship. Hit him 2 or 3 times, and then he'll turn the ship around, firing something different at you. But for now, he's just gonna be firing bullets and bullet bills. So, and then later, Kami Koopas here are gonna pop out. Well, not Kami Koopas, Magic Koopas. And now he's turned around, so now he's gonna try to use a laser at you. Not laser, they're more fireballs, but they're not all that hard to avoid, in all honesty. All you gotta watch out for is the Magic Koopas here spawning next to you or something, and you jumping into them. That's about it. And with that, he's already done. I didn't even take a single hit. In all honesty, he was very easy. So, I don't know why they had to make that for a Grand Star. In all honesty, that should have just been a standard boss for a regular star. But, I digress. There you go. We got ourselves a Power Star. And so, now we'll go ahead and unlock another area. And because of how many stars we collected, we're going to unlock every single galaxy in this next area at once. So, get used to seeing that now. Because that's going to happen throughout this whole entire LP until we get every single area opened up. due to the fact that I want to get every single star I can the first time we get there. It just makes it so much easier. But there we go, we unlocked Rosalina's bedroom. As odd as that is, that's actually a hub for galaxies. A bedroom. I don't know why exactly they decided to make it a bedroom, but it's okay, it works for me. I don't care. But there we go. All the galaxies unlocked. Thanks to you and your friends, all the domes on the lower level are working again. Once the engine room on the upper level has power, the whole observatory will be working. Then the Comet Observatory will fly as a starship once again. And you would be able to fly to your special one in the center of the universe. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to go ahead and save my game here, and we're going to call it quits for this episode, guys. So, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy, we're going to go ahead and start exploring the galaxies in the bedroom. So I'll see you guys next time.